Here we go. We are live, ready for the podcast. I am going to get a setting done here really quick. Fluid. That should take care of it. Welcome in, North Waters. Welcome in, Sage. Welcome in, Miss Chipper. Welcome. Nasty. Let's get this thing going tonight. As you guys are well aware, it's Swamprooster tonight. Dark Side Lures. Should be pretty good. What's up, Walleye Guy? Letting everybody get in here. Slow burn. Thank you. What's up, Brasher? Appreciate all the likes. I see the wife down there. How's it going, everybody? Miss Chipper, thank you. Simstill. How was work? Work was good, man. Work was good. Appreciate it. Thank you. Go in early, get off early. I mean, it's still a 10-hour day, but, I'm off by 2:30. So, not too bad. What's up, Jigs? Mr. Getting Jiggy with it. As always, we'll have some giveaways tonight. And, man, we've got some interesting stuff coming up. We've got some great guests coming on. Swamprooster tonight, good friend of mine, and really excited to have him on. Just ready to go, man. Ready to go. Have me a cup of coffee because, getting up at 2 a.m, that's a little early. It's a little early, but we will make it through. How is everybody tonight? How we doing? Everybody having a good week? I know a lot of people are getting snow that aren't used to it. Yeah, it's a little rough. Brasher's going to laugh at me, but because he gets up super early too, but I've been trying to get in bed at like 8 o'clock. Yeah. Appreciate the shares. Appreciate the invites, everybody. What's up, Jose? Getting people loaded up in here. Getting relaxed. Getting ready. That Hoghead. What's up, Hoghead? Appreciate it. So, yeah, I mean, it's a little early. We're going to do things a little different at the end. Basically, appreciate it. Thank you. Critters, what's up, buddy? We just got him booked to come on the show. So, yeah, it's a little different. Got to get a different work habit going and get used to it. BDLR, what's up? Got to get used to getting up at 2 a.m. and, getting through the day, but got me a little coffee before the podcast, so I'm still wired up and ready to go. Who all we got in here? Did I miss anybody? Slowbird. Savannah, welcome in. Benster, Crazy Jigs. How's it going, Philip? Who do we got? So, yeah, but the job's not too bad. Got to get back in the swing of things, Getting up early is really not a big deal for me. It's getting to sleep at a good time. That's the problem for me. But come in, Savannah. Calvary, what's up, buddy? JM in the house. You guys haven't been watching JM, man. He's got a YouTube going. Go check him out. He's doing some painting instructional videos. They're really good. They're really good. What's up, Bear? Seen you sneak in here. 6:51. We got about 9 more minutes. I'm sure Rooster will be in here at any moment. I miss anybody else coming in? TRS is in the house. Little River Lure Lady. Tonight's the night you should be on. So, in case you don't know, what's up, Spider Monkey? Swamprooster's in here. In case you don't know, we are going to have Little River Lure Lady on the podcast. Appreciate it. And she's next week, guys. Next Tuesday. She's excited to be on. We're excited to have her. But tonight is all about dark side lures, better known as Swamprooster. I don't know if you guys seen the post, but I love the fact that I could use the Alice in Chains song. Here comes the rooster. So I got a pretty good tickle out of that. Appreciate all the heartbeats. Appreciate all the likes, guys. All the shares. Let's get everybody in here. They haven't been able to come in and enjoy the podcast live. Send them an invite. Get them in here. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube. It's The Podcast, all one word, 2025. And you can watch all the previous episodes over there. In case you're one of those, like a few people I know, second shifters, things like that. Sometimes people don't stay up late enough to watch the whole thing, which I can fully understand now. So make sure you guys are letting them know, they can go check it out over on YouTube as well. So I post them all over there. Everybody that's been on since this began is over on YouTube. So got to go down to the fishing show down in Columbus. Got to meet a lot of great people. Miss Chipper, Chipper Baits, Critters, Miko Lures, Brazalo, J Bros. Tried to get in to see Pig Jigs, but he was so busy, and he had a smaller booth, but he was so busy I literally couldn't get in there. So who do we got? Oh, here, folks. What's up, buddy?
What's happening?
Just doing the thing, man. Waiting on you to get here. Waiting on 7 o'clock. Everybody's getting in here and getting revved up.
I should have waited till 7 to come in then.
No, you got to get in here now. Slowburn says, I know that guy. JM Jig says, Swamp. But no, I was talking about the fishing expo and the people I got to meet down there. So I actually got to meet Papa Woody. He's not as tall as I thought he was going to be. I say that to him every time now.
Have you met David yet?
Barrett? No.
Yeah.
No. Not yet.
Kind of the same way.
I'm hoping to make it down. I don't know. They've been talking about doing a few shows, so I'm hoping to make it to one. If I got to travel, I think I'm going to do that because I'd really like to hang out with him. Papa Woody says, funny.
The expos are fun.
Yeah, they are. It's kind of like a family reunion, right? We all get to hang out with each other on here, but to hang out face to face and sit down and actually chat and not be staring at a phone, it's nice. So hoping to meet everybody.
Calvary said it too.
Unless you have a weird guy staring at you. Yeah. Well.
Jig, just roll on out of the live.
Roll out the same way you rolled in. We're getting close, guys. 56. Got about 4 minutes. Appreciate everybody coming in. The likes are going up. We greatly appreciate that. You know, we just want you guys to come in and hang out, but all the gifts and the likes, that's awesome. Sam's with the boxing gloves. Outsiders.
Uncle Bradley. Outsiders. That's right, JM. That's right. That's a joke between me and JM.
Good, JG. How are you? Bubba said, don't forget mail call. You know, I'm super excited about the next person on, but I do not have a lure from her at all. However, during the live, she may be doing a giveaway, so one of you could get it.
Uh-oh.
We'll see.
Never know.
What's up, Holly? Appreciate it. Yeah, but it's all about the rooster tonight, Mr. Rooster.
It's about the community.
It is definitely always about the community. This podcast is all about, you know, getting everybody out there, getting everybody to know everybody, a little more information, maybe a little help. Maybe you're struggling with something that we're going to talk about tonight and help get you through that. Right, Calvary? Here comes the rooster. It's going to end up being his theme song. I told him you can change your name all you want, and it's the rooster's going to stick.
Yeah, I kind of
Already
figured
stuck.
that. Yeah,
It's already stuck. So,
it is there.
Slow 5, how are you? But yeah, even as soon as I thought about doing that post, I was like, you know what? I have to put that little rooster on the desk in front of him. And,
God have the pet rooster.
and then as you're texting me and telling me, hey, we should use this song, I'm like, dude, I've already thought about this. Me and the wife are trying to watch a show, and I got so excited. I'm like, we have to pause the show. I got to make this post right now. So lots of people in here.
Get off my screen.
We are going to let Bubba spin the wheel tonight. He's going to let us know who gets the giveaway. You guys know how it works. At the end of the show, we do the giveaway. It is 6:59. We are just about to get started. What do you think, guys? Are you ready? Let's get a thumbs up down in the chat, and let's get this thing started. I'm ready to go. How about you, Rooster?
Ready for some lies. Let's go.
Ready for some lies, stories and lies. That's what it's all about, isn't it? So, 6:59. I'm ready to go. Let's get it started. First, I want to start by introducing the podcast. I'm Corey with Uncle Corey's Custom Lures, the host of the podcast. We're going to have our guest tonight. That's going to be Swamprooster, now known as Dark Side Lures. If you guys don't know him, make sure and get him a follow. Get to know him. He does some amazing looking baits. Also, don't forget to go over and follow the Pondcast 2025 over on YouTube. All the previous episodes are over there. This episode will be on there as soon as I can get done with it, get it downloaded, and get it up there for you. The podcast, as always, is sponsored by Pretty Lures. Go over there and check them out for all your bait making needs. They do just about everything. I think their blanks are quality. They're just quality blanks. If they don't have it, make sure you send them a message they can probably get it for you. They do everything for jigs and fly tying, from the Chanels to the skirts to the vices. Just I could go on and on. They got a lot of stuff. Get over there and check them out. That's Pretty Lures. So get over there and check them out. At the end of the show, Pretty Lures will do a $25 gift code giveaway. That gift code is good to go over to Pretty Lures and use that to get whatever you would like. If you happen to win and you're not a bait maker, David Barrett is going to, Barrett Baits is going to paint you up a custom lure and get that mailed out to you. So just because you're not a bait maker doesn't mean you're not going to get something on the giveaway. However, Swamprooster is also going to do a giveaway for us. All this will happen at the end of the show. So, chat, what I ask is that you save the questions for a little later on in the show. I try and pay attention to the chat a little bit, but I am going to do the interview with Swamprooster. And then more toward the end of the show, we're going to take questions out of the chat, and you get to ask him whatever you'd like. So, let's get started, Swamp. What state are you actually in?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. How's the weather in North Carolina right now?
The snow is going away finally.
It's finally going away, huh?
Got rain coming.
Did you guys get any ice? Did it get that cold?
Oh,
as far as on the water?
I spent 2 days pulling cars out of ditches.
Oh, man. I can imagine. A lot of people aren't used to driving on that, and it maybe you guys aren't really prepared as far as a street cruise for something like that, huh?
Well, honestly, people from up north that have moved here, I've run into a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they didn't realize how much difference it is in the mountains here versus where they live.
I'm going to tell you, I can relate to that only because today I actually had to take a 3.5-hour drive almost to the border of Virginia, and it gets hilly down there. I mean, like, I'm not used to it. I'm flat ground over here, and I can only imagine what that's like with some snow and ice on it.
Well, you've heard of the Appalachian Trail.
Yep, definitely.
I'm 10 miles probably from the Appalachian Trail.
Dang. Yeah, when you're getting snow in those areas, it's just a lot different than snow around here.
It is.
Just a lot different. So one of the questions I usually ask somebody is, what do you do outside of TikTok? What do you do for work outside of TikTok? Or is bait making how you make your living?
No, I run a tow truck 6 days a week.
Okay. 6 days a week.
Yeah, sometimes 7.
My goodness, brother. Take a break.
Can't. Bills to pay.
Yeah. Is that kind of a requirement at your job that you're just kind of at their beck and call?
Normally, everybody else that works there works 5 to 6 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Oh.
I got mine set up 7 to 7.
Man. And sometimes I thought I had it bad. I don't have it quite that bad.
No, I used to run the 6-7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
I think I'll stick with what I do
For now.
over running a tow truck. I've seen some of the guys around here that do the more of the roadside service. So that's not you. You're more of the pull them up out of the ditches and
over the banks, and yeah.
Not really go out and help them because they got a flat tire, or is that part of it too?
We will if the light duty guys like you're talking about, if they're overloaded with calls and we're closer to it, because we run like AAA. We run where most companies have one county. We have 7. We have to cover 7 counties.
Oh, wow.
So it gets to be quite a load in the summertime, especially.
Yeah.
So if we're closer, there's no sense in sending a guy 3 counties over.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. Not only that, it saves the company some money. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
let's get into a little more about you. So, are you married?
Well, nobody asked that question. Technically, no. But me and June been together for, she'll kill me, 14, 15 years.
Well, technically, you're married then.
Yeah. That's the way we
Well,
look at it.
that's good. That's amazing that you can find somebody to, hang out with you for that long.
Well, so what are you saying?
I was trying not to say it, but it was just kind of coming out.
Oh, so we're gonna keep this good, but I see how it's gonna go now.
We're gonna keep it good, buddy.
There you go. It's in the chat.
Oh,
15 years too long, she said.
Too long. It's too bad she has to be at work. I think it would be nice to have you both over there. It's great just having you on the show alone, but I know a lot of people know June and you together, and you guys are on the lives quite a bit together, and
Yeah.
it's always great to hang out with y'all. So,
Yeah. She's my backbone, so.
yes, sir. I mean, after 14 years, kind of has to be,
Yeah.
you put up with the good times and the bad times, and you made it this long. So happy for you guys. That's great. That's great. So what about kids? Do you both have kids, or do you have kids together? How's that work?
We don't have any together.
Okay.
I don't even like saying it this way, but I have my son. She has two girls, but we don't look at them as not being our kids.
Right. So y'all have 3 kids in total.
Yep, we got 3 in total.
Yep. Yeah, it's. I mean, after you guys have been together that long, and the kids have grown up around you, they've grown up around her. There's no other way to look at it. I mean, you guys are always there for them, and never separate. Like, go ask your dad. You're his kid.
No. They do that on their own. You ain't got to worry about that. They know who to call to get by with stuff.
What kids tend to do is, Dad said no, so I'm going to go ask Mom now. Or Mom said no.
There's my son in chat. Slow 5'4", that's my son.
Low 5'4". Okay, I recognized the name, but I did not know 100.
Whoa, what happened? Oh, I lost Corey for a second. There you are.
Are you there?
Yeah, I lost you for a second.
I know he's having some trouble with the internet down there, so we'll work through those issues. But
yeah,
so let's get into some painting questions. Like, how long have you actually been painting?
Well, you've been there through the journey, so you probably know as well as I do. Probably, I guess I may be going on 6 months now.
6 months. Sound about right? All right. That sounds about right. But I challenge you guys, go look at Swamprooster's page. If you have not been there and looked at it, and you tell me if that looks like he's only been painting 6 months, I guarantee what your answer is no. Swamprooster does some amazing work, and he's always trying to think outside the box. And some of the designs that you're coming up with and putting on these baits, it's hard to come up with new designs, right? Because people have been doing this for years. So you really have to think outside the box and use patterns and designs in ways that other people aren't using them. And I think some of the baits I've seen come out of your paint booth, you're doing that, and it's innovative and it's nice.
Well, I think it's not, because a lot of people can come up with some cool stuff. We all see it every day. Everybody out there comes up with some awesome stuff.
Yep.
I'm trying to perfect different methods then maybe I can come up with something completely outside the box.
Well, that's a good way to put it, when it
Yeah.
comes to trying to find something unique or something that you can put out and people go, I know who did that bait. That
Yeah.
bait right there came from Swamprooster. I know because of this design and how it's used, and that's a good
Yeah.
point.
Developing a style, I think you need, in my opinion, you need to develop all most of the techniques the best you can before you're actually going to develop a style.
Yeah, and it takes a while.
Yeah.
When I think of myself as a little bit of a slower learner when it comes to the painting. When I think of like you and TRS and Holly, I'm trying to think of those newer painters. When I think when I'm looking at your work, I'm like, my goodness, I'm behind. I'm way behind. But then you get people that tell you or see your work and they're like, it's great. So no matter who I talk to on here, you're always your biggest critic.
You are. You are.
You're
But you,
always like, I done this one, but it looks like crap. Here, check it out. And as soon as you show it, it's like, man, that looks amazing.
yeah. When you doubt what you're doing, because you know me, I hate everything I do.
Yep.
But it's as simple as ask somebody. If you get to a point and you want to do something, but you don't know how to do it, ask somebody. Somebody will help you with what you want.
Yeah.
We got a whole community that will help.
Yeah. It's very true. It's one of those communities that no matter who you ask, they're willing to help, and not just them. If you pop into one of the lives and maybe you catch us doing one of the paint offs, or if it's not always a paint off, sometimes there's just 8 or 9 of us in a live just painting, and you catch us all.
Yeah.
We're willing to answer any questions you got and try and help you out. So I just seen Pretty Lures popped in. Hello, Pretty Lures. But yeah, it's a great community for that fact.
People just need to be more open to ask a question. Can you help me? Do you mind to help me with this part?
You got to put aside that this is probably a stupid question. These guys have been doing this for years, because a lot of people will look at somebody's work and be like, my gosh, I hope one day to be that good. Well, we've only been doing it a year or 6 months or 4 months or 8 months. We asked those questions. I think everybody's had those questions, do you always lay a base coat? How did you lay the stencil on there? Are you using something to help hold it? And there's so many different ways to do things. Some guys use sponges and they put them in their paint booth and they put a flat stencil right over it. Some people straight out freehand it. It's on the helping hand sitting here and they just hold the stencil on there and spray it.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways, and some of those ways aren't for others. Like for me, I'm not that great at holding the stencil on there and freehanding it. I like to lay it on a sponge and hold it a little tighter. So
it's a lot easier.
It is a lot easier, and it's readily available. Once you've done it a couple times, it does seem to simplify it for me. But
yeah, absolutely.
That's my opinion. So I think this is a lengthier answer, but we're going to ask it, and that's how did you get into painting your own baits? How did you get into painting? I mean,
I started off buying.
Okay.
I would hate to say how much money I spent on buying, and June's watching, so
mute.
but then I had a lot of help when I got the want to try.
Yes.
I wish she was here. She'd tell you I like to try to do things, but don't know if I can or not.
Yeah.
But I want to try. And luckily, I had a real good support team. Not in his, I mean, in his house, don't get me wrong, that's my support team. But when it comes to painting, the TikTok community was really supportive.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's what it's for. That's what all this is about. Is having friends that I never would have met you if it wasn't for TikTok. I never would have met Bubba. I
Right.
I might have eventually. I had jig tying stuff already bought in my garage. Me and my fishing buddy were going to start making our own jigs because we were losing them all the time. A lot of times you're putting those jigs where the bass are, and that's down in the muck and the gunk and the sticks and we were losing them a lot. And then I found TikTok and was watching Bubba and Rainbolt and other people painting, and I'm like, that's really cool. And it was actually Bubba who got me into it and got me revved up to get my own paint booth and set up. And so
He's really good for that.
he'll get you revved up.
He's really good for that.
But that's great. So you were purchasing baits and hanging out in the auctions and doing things like that, and you just maybe somebody mentioned it to you, and you just kind of got into painting.
Well, I went from buying, and then we started doing the auctions on Saturday nights. Somewhere around the time I started getting stuff in to start painting.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
it just
remember that.
kind of evolved into wanting to try it, and then enjoying it. I mean, even though I throw most of my baits, I still enjoy it.
Yeah. I remember that because I got the phone call from you saying you wanted to do a Saturday night and you wanted an auctioneer. And for those of you who don't know, I do some auctioneering. I do it for Swamp on Saturdays. I'm going to be doing it for the all ladies bait auction that's coming up. If TRS can remind me when it is in the chat so everybody can see it. Because I completely forget the date. I think it's within the next week. Is it this Saturday? Saturday. Am I going to put on a wig? I will not be wearing a wig. I will not be changing my voice.
Well,
Yes, this Saturday at 7 Eastern is going to be the all women's auction. But then
I would like to see that. The wig.
no, can't do it. Not going to happen. And then we also do a Thursday auction on Bubba's page. So the all women's auction will be this Saturday, 7 Eastern on TRS's page. Swamp, he does his Saturdays, but they're kind of sporadic. There's nothing, and not in a good or not in a bad way, but they're sporadic. It's not every single Saturday all the time. So
Yeah, they're quite large, so it becomes a little overwhelming sometimes. So
yeah, it is fun to do. So, which leads me to this question. So, where can people find you to see your stuff? And we know it's Swamprooster 47. It's your page. And then you do an auction on Saturdays. Just kind of have to watch for the posts on that.
Yeah.
Do you auction anywhere else? Do you have a site that you use?
No, I'm starting to put more on my personal Facebook page.
Okay.
So that's under Barry Setzer. So I'm gonna start getting into more of the pages on Facebook.
Okay.
But other than that, I'm not gonna. The website and stuff, all that stuff's not for me right now.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely. What, in your opinion, is one of your favorite baits to paint?
Ooh, that is a good one. Favorite bait.
Favorite one. Or do you have one? Maybe you don't have a favorite bait.
I don't know what I have a favorite bait, but
Okay.
I enjoy painting the 1.5s better than any of them. Probably the medium diver 1.5s.
Okay. Is there a reason for it? Is it just a good bait to paint? I know some people will say, hey, my favorite one to do is, the square bills or something kind of with that wider back and bigger sides so they can get a little more design in it or a little more fade.
You,
So,
yeah, you can. I mean, when you get with the more fun baits, yeah, like the 2.5, the bigger baits, you can get more into them.
mhm.
I mean, I will agree with that. I like the profile of the 1.5 medium diver.
Yeah,
I think it's a great profile, and you can do either fun stuff, natural stuff, whatever with it. And it's I mean it's a good bait.
yeah. I don't disagree. I have plenty of 1.5s. Brand new ones set up for this year. Plenty of the 2.5s, plenty of your lures, and plenty of everybody else's.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Lauren said it in there, he thought that my favorite bait would be the little end to fish or to paint, but it's my one of my favorites to fish
That's one of your favorites to fish.
by far.
Okay. And is there a certain reason why? Does it just catch fish or is it a tighter wobble or
Well, it and the RK are really when you get name brand, they are really comparative. They just have a little tighter hunting action than the RK,
Mhm.
and I just like them better. I mean, the RK those are two top runners for me,
Okay.
fishing wise.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody has their favorite baits. We call them confidence baits too, you
Well,
know.
it ain't my favorite bait, but it's my favorite crankbait, anyways.
Well, what's your all out favorite bait?
Jig,
Jig.
jig,
Yeah.
Arky head jig,
I love to fish a jig. Chatterbait. I love to fish chatterbait too.
jig, and a spinner bait.
Couple of my confidence baits. I've never had the luck that a lot of people do on the spinner baits.
Wind.
Maybe, yeah. So when maybe that's why, because when that wind kicks up, I break out the chatterbait because that
Same thing as spinner bait.
yeah, that chatterbait I can kind of run it at different columns, just depending on how fast you want to crank them in, different weights. My favorite's a 3/8, 3/8, whether it's black and blue, pure white, or a brown crawl color. But depending on weight and how fast you want to reel them, you can get them in those different water columns.
Spinner
Pretty
bait's the same
versatile.
way.
Yeah,
Spinner bait's the same way.
yeah.
Um,
Maybe I need to use it a little more. Get away from my confidence bait a little bit and try something different.
well, you got to choose your spinner bait to how you want to fish. Because I've got one type that I can almost top water if it didn't come out of the water and blow out, and then another one put on the bottom and just bring it across the bottom, or one to just power fish with.
Yeah. Yep. So getting back to some painting questions. What's one of your favorite airbrushes to use?
I have a new favorite.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna do two. Well, we're gonna have to do two favorites because I mean, don't get me wrong, my Iwata is my workhorse for bigger stuff.
Mhm.
But when I have to calm down, slow down, which is hard for me to do, and spray the candies and stuff, I have really fell in love with the Krios.
The Grios. Okay.
Krios. Yep.
I haven't tried a whole lot of different airbrushes, but there are a few that I'd like to try.
I think JM just got one, and I think he'll agree. It's when you got to slow down and you're doing those real thin paints.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
it it's a lifesaver.
Let's jump back real quick. It just happened to catch my attention. What blades on a spinner? Do you like the Willow or Colorado?
That all depends on I like the willow in calm water, clear water. But if I'm going to fish muddy water, it's got to be the giant double Colorados.
Gotcha.
Because it makes you slow down. If you don't, it'll plop up out of the water, blown out.
Gotcha. Yeah, guys, definitely down in the chat. Why don't you put your favorite airbrush down in there? Get a whole conversation going on with airbrushes. Maybe we can help somebody decide on what airbrush to use, or maybe they're just getting into it and trying to decide which one to use. So take a small.
Look, anybody deciding to get into it and they don't want to spend much money, some people don't like them, but if you don't want to spend much and you're starting, I would start with a Masters.
I completely agree. Matter of fact, right within reaching distance, Masters. Right away.
Masters.
I started with a Masters. You get used to the feel and the trigger control of the Master. Then you switch to something like the Iwata that's a little, we'll say, higher end. And it's a little more touchy. You got to have a little more finesse with that thing. And maybe you're looking for something for detail. So you're going to drop the needle size to a smaller needle size and you're going to really finesse that trigger. It could work wonderfully. But when it comes to, I want to blend some colors and throw a bunch of color at it and get a bunch of different stuff to come out, I'm probably going to go straight to my Masters just because it's kind of like fishing. It's my confidence airbrush. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
So,
oh, yeah.
I really like it. Don't forget, guys, tonight's podcast is sponsored by none other than Pretty Lures. Get over there, get all your baking needs. Yeah, let's get the baking needs. Bait making needs. You can get airbrushes over there. They have the Iwata airbrushes. They have compressors and hoses and parts, needle sizes. When I say they have everything over there, they really do. And if you can't find it on their site, make sure you ask them. There's always a little pop-up box as soon as you get over there. Ask them any questions you want. They'll get back with you promptly. Their customer service is second to none. You can get a hold of them personally and get your questions answered and get the things you need. So I know a lot of people that didn't know about Pretty Lures, and now that they've gone over there, they're over there quite a bit. So check them out for that. We will be doing a giveaway at the end of the show for Pretty Lures, so make sure you're sticking around. You have to be here, and you have to be here to win. It'll be a $25 gift code, plus Swamprooster is going to do a giveaway. You have to be here for that as well. If you're not here, you can't win. So, hooks. Let's talk a little bit about hooks before we get further into the painting and clear coats and stuff like that. Do you use certain hooks on your baits, or let me rephrase that. When you're bait making, what hooks do you use?
Doveson.
Thank you. Okay, that's one I haven't heard of yet. I'll be honest.
You haven't heard of Doveson?
Mm-mm.
So you have seen Pretty Lures Hydrocloth.
Yes, that is what I use.
We have talked about it, and I'm not sure, but thinking they are maybe sort of the same.
Okay.
So they are set up just like it, but they are the nickel finish, whatever that. What do they call that? That black, the gunmetal finish.
Okay.
Instead of the silver, and they're strong. They're sharp. But shortly, I'm probably going to be changing.
Okay. I know a lot of people use hooks accordingly to what they've seen tested or what they've tested themselves. Because when it comes to hooks, you want them extra sharp. That is first and foremost. But also, then you start to look into bending versus breaking, right?
Yeah.
If I break a hook, I can't finish bringing the fish in. If I bend a hook, I still have a chance.
Yep.
So,
Nope, it's let me see if I can show him this.
you find that I got to grab a drink really fast. I usually remember to grab it.
I'll do it this way.
And I'm back.
There, that way he can look at it.
I never forget to grab a drink before the podcast, and I did tonight.
Oh, you got to grab a big one if you're going to grab one.
So, let's get into paints. Do you have favorite brands of paints that you use?
No, not in general. I've got Army paint, the Army war paints, Createx, Vallejo. I've got a little bit of everything and some oddball stuff. It just depends on what I'm doing. Is what I use.
Most people's paint selection, the deeper they get into this, is huge. For me, it's not really certain brands. I like some brands over others just because of the thickness of the paint. So for those in the chat who have never used an airbrush, you can use any kind of acrylic paint that you want, but some is thicker than others, some's thinner than others. And we all know that candy is the thinnest paint. That stuff's the consistency of water. But if you get some of the folk art,
thank you, Miss Chipper.
if you get some of the folk art, and there's plenty of other paints out there that they're thick. They're like a gel almost.
Yeah.
You really got to work with them. You got to get them thinned down, or they're not going to spray through the airbrush.
I think if somebody's starting out somewhere, golden or the war paints is a good paint to start out with.
Yep. I have found that the golden high flow is really good. So what we mean by that is you can get golden high flow. This is basically airbrush ready. It depends. When you get down to the twos, you may find yourself thinning it a little bit, but golden also does just regular paints, and they don't have the, I got to hold it right in front of my face. They don't have the nozzle up here, and it doesn't say airbrush ready. These need thinned down a little bit. It's still a golden paint. It's just not completely ready to spray. Is what we're saying. And you can thin those with water. People thin them with water. You can get the 4021 reducer. You can do it like that. And I know other people use other stuff. How do you usually thin your paint?
4021 or 4011.
Okay. Yeah. And that's pretty typical. There are some other things out there that you can use, but
Dave's windshield washer fluid.
Yeah. Do you like the color shifts, or do you like to make your own color shift?
Well, making your own color shift is a hard thing to do. I'm figuring out, but I have got it to happen a few times with a few colors. But no, I mean, I like the Vallejo color shifts.
Yeah, I do too. I have all three sets of the color shift from Vallejo, and I know a lot of guys who use it and they love it, and it works well. But the further you get into painting, the more you realize there's so much more out there. One of my new favorites that I see a lot of guys doing is the interference or highlight greens and purples and stuff like that, and it really adds a new dimension to a bait.
Well, and mixtures of pearls, you can get a color shift out of it.
Yes, yes.
So,
You can layer paints up, so you can take your blues and purples and greens and yellows and kind of lay them down, and you want to do it in a certain way. It takes a little practice to get that down. I've just started getting into it, and I'm starting to figure it out, but I'm not great at it by any means.
no, it's not easy.
I get lucky once in a while, and they come out really good, but it's real easy to mess it up and just cover it all right over, and you can't see it at all.
Well, back to people, what you said, back to people that's been doing that a long time, they're probably thinking these guys are dummies, but
Yeah,
at some point in time, they were at this position saying, oh, I'm figuring that out.
that's what you have to remember as a new painter. When you have a question, you have to remember that we all started there too. And it's not that any of them are really probably saying you're a dummy. They're just like, I can't believe you did it that way. Why didn't you do it this way? And they'll give you a hand, help you out.
Oh, they're going to call you a dummy, but then they're going to help you. You already know.
You're probably right.
And I kept that PG rated.
So once you've got them painted up and ready to go, and you've got your eyes in it, and that's something we haven't touched on a whole lot, is the assortment of eyes. My goodness, the eyes. You can get them in a lot of places. You can get a lot of different styles of eyes, and it really does help set the bait off. So
It's a pain in the butt, honestly. Eyeballs are, unless you want to spend a fortune, eyes are a pain in the butt. I wish more companies would do the multi-size, multicolor, nicer eyes so you can just buy them and have a selection.
Well, yeah. And hopefully somebody in TikTok land is listening, and maybe they're going to come up with something like that. But
well, they have them out there, but every time you go to get them, they're sold out.
Yeah. And don't forget, sometimes I paint my own eyes to go right along with my bait. And depending on how in-depth you want to get with that, you can do some really interesting things with the eyes on your bait. Just with a typical eye, and cover it over with some base white and build it up just like you do your bait. So,
well, when I do it, Jigs calls it cross-eyed, so it's
Jigs tends to give you a hard time
all the time.
So, what about clear coats? You knew that question was coming.
I'm going to make this simple.
Okay.
2-part scratch resistant epoxy.
Okay. Is there a certain brand that you like to use?
Right now, I'm between two and the reason why is I don't know if it's the atmosphere here or what, but it has been messing with one over the other. I don't know why.
Okay.
But right now I'm actually on Lure Coat because I like the BSI because I can do one run, one coat and go, and it's done in no time.
Yeah.
But whatever's going on here right now, I'm getting too many dry spots. No matter what I do, even on the Turner, got no idea.
So when you're using the BSI and you get a dry spot, what are you doing to fix that?
I'll second coat it.
Okay. So
I'll light sand it and give it a second coat. Yeah.
So scuffing up the bait, because there are plenty of people who have that issue where they're getting dry spots.
I use 2000 grit sandpaper, and please stay away from the dry spot.
Yes.
Don't make my mistakes.
Very important, unless you plan on having a blank spot right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bubba owns one from me that has that spot.
When sanding your bait, be super careful because it's real easy to scuff right through that paint. No problem. You'll be right back down to the clear plastic. So unless you want some clear spots in your baits, make sure you scuff up the bait. If you've already put in some of the 2-part epoxy all over the bait, you're getting the dry spots, stuff like that. Make sure you're scuffing over that bait. You're not really sanding it. You're just giving it a rough texture, something for it to adhere to. And yes, when you put on that second coat of epoxy, it turns it clear again.
Yeah, don't freak out when it turns white on you. Do not freak out.
Yes.
I may have done that the first time. We won't say yes or no, but it's like, oh crap, now how am I going to get this out? But
so my thought process is I've scuffed it up. Now what? I have to go from, 1,500 grit to 2,000 to, and just keep going up until that thing shines back out. Do I got to get out the buffing wheel?
Oh gosh, you went deep with that one.
I really didn't go that far, but
you thought I know.
The first time you see that thing, you're like, okay, now it's all white and it looks like crap.
Yeah.
But as soon as you apply that next coat, turns it clear again, and it works great. So,
it does. I mean, people can fight, argue, whatever over clear coats, whatever. I know where I stand. I give poor old Ephraim the hardest time in the world.
He's giving you a hard time down there right now.
But I mean, a big thing that people don't look at when it comes to clear coat is scratch resistance.
Yes.
That's a big thing. And they're like, well, you're not throwing it in the bushes. Well, think about your tackle box. You overthrow it into some rocks. You overthrow it into some bushes. You're going to be mad you buy a custom bait and you stick it in your tackle box and it rattles around the way of the lake and you take it out and it's scratched all over.
Yep.
You're going to be ticked off.
Or bounce it off that first rock. And if you ain't bouncing crankbaits and stuff like that off of rocks, you're not getting them close enough.
Yeah, right there. Fish have teeth. They will scratch them up.
Yeah.
But the more scratch resistant it is, the better epoxy it is, in my opinion.
Yep. Yep.
But, and I've heard people say, well, if you throw a factory bait against something, it's gonna do something to it too. Well, factory bait it's not a custom bait. It has the thinnest crap you can put on a bait.
Yes. So let's face it, big name brands don't want that bait to last forever. They want you to buy another one and another one and another one. So their clear coat is not as thick. And I would have to assume it's an assembly line. So if your bait was made on a Friday, you may not have much clear coat at all.
Or hung over Monday. I mean,
or hung over Monday.
I sit here on a live with a factory bait, and I pulled the eyeballs out of one of them with my fingernails. So what's over it?
Yeah.
There's nothing over that.
Yeah.
And that's the reason I don't understand why, even though we use knockoff blanks, as some people are kind of picky about that.
They are.
It's some of these knockoff blanks are better than the factory blanks. I don't care. They're better built than the factory blanks.
Yeah.
Some of them are not. But once you do a custom paint job and you put a good clear coat on it, it should bring double what that factory bait brings.
Yeah. Hang on, I got a puzzle piece here, guys.
Squint your eyes a little more.
I'm telling you, if you don't get that thing exactly perfect, they ain't letting you back in. All the ball caps, all the gifts, and the cowboy hats, and the mustaches, and guys, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in. I hope we're answering some questions for you. Attention to detail and mass production. You got it, buddy. You got it. So, you ever get painter's block where you sit? I'm going to take that as a yes.
You've been around enough to know painter's block. I don't understand how people can sit and paint 15, 20 baits a day, because I'll sit here sometimes and look at a bait. I'll even set them to the side and say, I'm going to come back to that because I don't know what I want to do with it.
Yep.
So, and it either turns out good, what I want it to be, or completely screwed up. One of the two.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you do for painter's block besides just setting it to the side? Do you go look at baits in general?
No.
Or do you just kind of let it linger and it just comes to you?
I kind of want to come up with my own stuff. I don't really copying pictures makes me even madder, because I probably don't have the color or know how to make the color that's in that picture. Yeah, could you copy it? Probably, but I think it's more custom if you just do you.
Yeah, that's very true.
Some other people, they like looking at pictures, and sometimes you have to look at pictures. Now, don't get me wrong, because people will send you pictures to make them new baits.
Correct.
So you have to. But as far as just painting, sometimes it starts out one way and ends up completely the other.
Yeah. So are you most people will understand this question. Are you a throw the bait away guy if it doesn't come out the way you want it? Or do you just keep putting the paint on it till it gets where you want it to be?
Both.
Both? You have an Ephraim box?
I have a good Ephraim box. But there has been a lot of baits.
Know, go ahead. I'm sorry.
There has been a lot of baits thrown in the trash.
I have thrown one bait away, and I was told you could, soak them in hot water and stuff like that, and you'd be able to wash them off. I, of course, let this one set all summer because I just kind of threw it to the side and forgot about it, and I was never able to wash that one off, so it went in the trash. But most of the time, I will keep painting at it until I get something that I do like. And that's how I do it. So,
well, I've got mine down to where it gets 2 chances. If it comes to having to have a third chance, hello, Ephraim, here it comes.
Ephraim box. That's what I was going to tell you about. If you're down in the chat and you don't know what the Ephraim box is, Ephraim is on the lives a lot with us, and he always says, "Throw it in my box. Throw it in my box," because we're like, I hate that bait. Throw it in my box. So I think a lot of guys have started just throwing them in a box, and they end up mailing them to Ephraim.
Yeah.
And he redoes them. So
yeah.
That is another thing. So I think a lot of the times we do use knockoff blanks, and sometimes guys will hunt down the original blanks, like the real blanks. And then other times you find them on sale at the store, and we literally bring them home and we scuff them up and pop the eyes out of them, take the hooks off, and we repaint that thing to be a custom bait. So if you guys are looking for something like that, don't be afraid to get a hold of Swamprooster or myself or just about anybody else. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, it can happen, but I don't understand it due to the fact that you're going to have to end up paying more, because that painter has to go through the work of prepping that bait back to be able to paint what you want.
Yep.
So now you paid for a name, and then you're going to pay for all that extra work. So you've got a lot of bait in a name, or a lot of money in a name.
You do. And we have to take that into consideration. If I'm going to go out and buy an actual name brand bait and I'm going to scuff it up, you still had to purchase that bait. So basically you're paying for that bait. You're paying for the work to get it to where I can paint it. And then you're paying for me to paint it too. So,
Yes.
don't be afraid to ask for it, but also, at the same time, don't be afraid to pay a little extra for that custom bait. I mean, it's going to last longer.
Yeah. Yeah. By far, a lot longer.
It's going to last longer. All right. You ready for a big question?
Uh-oh. Can I lean out of the screen for about 10 minutes? No,
You
go ahead.
can take your time and think about this too. So one of the questions I like to ask, and some people have an answer, some people it's multiple, but I love to ask it, and that's, do you have a favorite painter? And if you do, who would that be? And if it's multiple, that's fine, but that's the question for you.
That is a simple but an easy but a hard question.
It is. It is.
I have a lot of favorite painters. But it's a known fact that anybody could guess who my favorite painter is. But they become more like family to me. John Ward by far is my favorite painter.
Yes, sir.
By far, because he does the stuff I want to do.
Yes.
Do I have favorite painters if you want to go to different categories of stuff? Yes. But John is my favorite painter. But his brain, you ain't picking his brain.
Yeah.
It works differently.
John Ward is he's an amazing painter. I have some of his baits, and some of them are hung up, and other ones are here to fish. He does some amazing realistic work, some in-depth detail, and I could not disagree with you. John Ward is probably right up there in my favorite painters for sure.
If I had to be a betting man, I'd put him against anybody out there.
Yeah, especially if you put him to a challenge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let him work a little harder at it, and I bet it gets even deeper in the details.
Let me tell you, he helps me when I get stuck, and he reminds me that, don't you remember me telling you that months ago? So we won't get into all that because my memory's terrible. But he is the way his mind works, the way he does with colors.
Give him coffee.
Put so many colors together. I mean, you could probably come close to making the same thing as him, but you're never going to have the depth of color that he's got. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. And really, you've never guy. The guy's willing to help anybody. He's willing to talk to anybody. He for a little bit of Kurt when he's around all the he likes banter. Don't get me wrong. He likes to give people a hard time. He laughs when you're giving people a hard time, but he doesn't get into all the nasty jokes, things like that. So if you see John Ward in alive or Miss Ward, give him a little respect and clean it up a little bit. I know that's one thing they appreciate. And if you'd like them to stay in your life, I'd suggest you do so. But looking down at some of the comments here, and Miss Ward is in here now.
That's my
nothing
opinion.
but good things all through the comments. John Ward's helped me before. Mr. Ward is just a good man. All these comments, it's not a persona, that's him.
Listen, it's not just him. That the whole family's fantastic.
Yeah.
That I've got to meet. Miss Ward is absolutely fantastic. Their son's fantastic. I haven't got to meet the other one yet. Their adopted son, I call him Chicken Legs. Good dude to hang out with. They've become family to us.
Yep. Everyone help me too with painting, says Ephraim. Yeah.
Yeah. If it'd help you with clear coat, we'd be better off.
Good painter to bring up, Mr. John Ward. If you guys don't know John Ward, go send him a follow. Go check out some of his stuff. You'll be nothing less than amazed. He's a great painter. And like I said, Swamp, he's newer to painting, but you go look at his stuff and you'll be like, he can't be new. I think he practices in the dark when everybody else is sleeping. That's my personal opinion. I may be wrong, but I think that's what he does.
Just pay attention to what people are doing, how they're doing it. If you haven't seen it, JM put out a YouTube video.
Yes, he did.
And I think there has a lot of things in that video that new painters could learn from.
Yeah, you definitely could. JM, why don't you give yourself a shout out down there? Tell people your YouTube link for me. I went and watched it, and it's informative. It's helpful. If you want to know how to start and finish a bait, his YouTube is giving you all that right there. I'm telling you now, and I like JM personally, and that this is not just because JM's one of my, and it's not just because JM's one of my friends, but you could go buy yourself an airbrush, and as long as you know the basics about cleaning out an airbrush and switching over paints, he can help you paint a bait from beginning to end. I sat and watched the whole video, and I know how to paint a bait from beginning to end. And it's just informative. It's great.
Did you learn anything from his video? I bet you did.
I did. I like the way, what did I watch him do? It was the perch pattern. I forget what he called it. Sunset perch.
Sunrise or sunset?
Yeah, one of those. But the way he fades in on the clamshell, even though it's a clamshell, the way he fades in on that clamshell.
Yep.
And then even when it's done, he pulls that clamshell off, and then he starts to do other stencils to give it more texture, even more in depth across the back and into the gill, and puts a little bit of finesse on that bait.
Well, clamshells, I think, not to change the subject, but I think they get a bad name. But there is multiple ways to use a clamshell and get different effects out of it. I think just put it on, spray it, take it off. I've done it myself. But you can get multiple colors in that clamshell.
Yep.
All you're doing is taking from having to trying to hold a stencil on to the stencil's holding your bait and let you do what you need to it.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're not fighting it and running it around and trying not to blow out under it, not on purpose.
Yep.
But with a clamshell, you can blow under the edges and cause different effects, and there's a lot of things.
You can also ruin the effect of your clamshell if you're, just full out pull that trigger and just spray it because you think that's how it's done. It will blow right through those edges and run just like anything else. So
it will.
There's still a technique to it. JM, like I said, you can go over to his YouTube and find him at JM Jigs Custom Tackle is the YouTube channel. Go over there, give him a subscribe, and go over there and find the podcast. It's all one word, the podcast 2025. As well as Pretty Lures is over there. And I know a lot of other people are over there if you just go look.
Look for them. It's a community. Keep the community going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, JM. He put it down in there for you as well. He put his down in there and he put mine down in there. So when it comes to being out there and fishing yourself, are you a boat fisher or a bank fisher?
Boat.
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 And when you're out there fishing, we already know you love to use the spinner baits and stuff like that. So what we'll say hard bait and color scheme do you like to fish? When you started painting, and we've all done it, did you paint yourself that one bait that you know would catch fish?
I just now, and June will tell you, I just now painted baits that I'm actually going to keep for myself. I've never painted one for myself.
Yeah, I haven't either. So,
But
what color scheme is it that you like to use? Now, guys, when we're asking this question, you got to think he's in North Carolina. That works for him down there. Something else may work for you somewhere else. But if you had to pick a color scheme and you wanted to paint it, take it out because you're in a tournament and you know that thing's going to catch fish, what's it going to be?
well, that's a loaded question
Okay.
because it all depends on where you're going,
Yeah.
what the conditions are going to be, what the water color is going to be,
Yeah.
and what time of year it is for me.
Nah, not just for you. That's everywhere. It is a generalization question. That's true.
But to me, anything shad colored or Bass Cat's favorite, a red craw.
Yeah, Bass Cat's favorite.
Yep.
So that's a good point. Everybody gives Bass Cat a hard time because he won't buy a red bait. He says they don't work for nothing. Well, in his area, they don't work. Now, in Swamp's area, they work.
Yep, they do.
So,
well, he fishes a river system. I don't know what it's like to fish a river system. We fish all reservoirs.
Yep. So I have the best of kind of all those worlds. Once again, I live up here by Sandusky, Ohio, right on Lake Erie. I got the rivers that dump into it. I can go fish the bays, and then I can pull my boat out and go down the road, and I can fish reservoirs. So,
and you change up for all of them, correct?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
That's the reason that's a loaded question.
It is. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. It is definitely a loaded question.
Can somebody kick Calvary out for that comment?
What's he saying down there? Yeah, Santee, I stay by Lake Erie. Yep. What'd he say? Heard almost Swamp's favorite. You don't like that area?
No, that's the biggest trash hole that there's ever been. Listen, I'm going to get y'all guys a picture of this place. When they drain the water down, you can see over 200 foot of bank, and it's just like that. It is very deep. It's got two river systems. If it rains, you can see stumps, whole trees, mobile homes, who knows, floating down that thing.
Mobile homes.
I mean, it's terrible. I'll stay away from it.
So, what's your favorite species of fish to fish for?
I'll be honest with you. Everybody always says largemouth, and yes, a largemouth is a bonus. Largemouth are fun, but the fight is in the spotted bass.
Spotted bass.
They're so aggressive.
Yeah, and smallmouth are aggressive too.
Yeah. Well, we got a mixture down here. They say it's a mixture between a spotted bass and a smallmouth. They call it a mean mouth.
Yeah.
You ever heard of them?
I have.
That is a fight.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I like spotted bass because they're so much more aggressive. But I mean, there's nothing better than seeing a big largemouth come straight up out of the water. You know what I'm talking about. Looks like a 5-gallon bucket.
Yes, I do.
There's nothing better than that, and there's nothing prettier than a big largemouth dancing across the water, but spots are fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that leads into the next question. What is your PB or personal best? And we'll stick in the bass category.
Um, it was a 7. Oh, June probably remember it better than me. 770 something. I caught during practice last year, the day before the tournament started. Big bass.
7.87.
787. Yep.
She
Yep.
does remember.
I'm telling you, man, I can't remember where I went to the bathroom at last night. My memory's terrible.
Hopefully it wasn't the kitchen sink.
Well,
So as far as fishing goes, what's a fish that you haven't caught? What's a dream fish for you to go? What, like, dream fishing trip or species?
I don't know that I have a dream fishing trip. Because anytime you get to go out and go fishing, it should be a great day no matter what. I don't really have a dream fish, a dream trip. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to be able to just take off and go fishing wherever, anytime I wanted to. But other than that, just going fishing, that is the dream.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're not wrong. I envy my neighbor over here who's gotten up there quite a bit in age. He's 83 now, so he doesn't get to fish as much as he would like, but he's been retired for quite a few years, and I'm headed out the garage door to start my car up for work, and that guy is headed out fishing every day all summer long.
Sam's got a good question there.
It's jealousy. Go ahead.
It says, a species of fish you'd like to catch you haven't so far.
There
The
you go.
only thing that I would say species wise that I want to catch is probably Florida strain largemouth. They get gigantic.
Yeah.
If you watch the pros, you know how big they get in Florida.
Yeah, they do.
They have the best strain of largemouth. I would like that would be, I don't know if you change the species, but technically it's Florida strain, and that's what I would like to get into.
Okay. Yeah. Good stuff. We're just about there, guys. We'll open up the chat in just a little bit for all the questions. I have one more big question for Swamp while I've got him interested here, and I think everybody knows what that's going to be. Is there a piece of advice that you would like to share with new painters, or is there a piece of advice maybe that somebody gave you that's just a part of life lesson type of advice?
Slow down and think. Slow down. I try to go at things too fast. Slow everything down.
Yep.
I think that is the hardest thing sometimes. Because sometimes if you slow down and you're more careful, you're going to come out with a better product in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great advice.
I tried to go at it too fast when I started. The first bait I epoxied, yeah, it looked like the ocean going down the back of it. It was terrible. It was terrible because I was trying to rush everything. Just slow down.
Yeah.
Slow down and ask for advice.
Yep.
I mean, you don't have to ask for somebody's specific technique, but ask them to help you with what you're struggling with.
Yep. Yep. That's great advice. And I'd like to elaborate on that a little more. Guys, slowing down, asking for help and asking for advice doesn't just involve the painting. You know, life gets overwhelming for a lot of people. So make sure, you know, you're talking to people, you're asking for advice, and sometimes the things just keep coming at you in life. And if you just slow down and take your time, and ask the people who've been through it. You can get a lot of good advice from people, whether it be painting or, maybe you lost your job. I just kind of went through that, losing my job and getting down and out and not being able to do what I wanted, and started talking to some people, and they really helped me out. So don't ever be afraid to ask somebody for some help, and swallow your pride a little bit. Pride isn't everything. Yes. And moving at the speed of light through life all the time. And some people like to call it wishing life away. Man, I wish it was Friday. Man, I wish I could go back there. Man, I wish I was this. Just slow down and live in the moment. And don't be afraid to ask for help, ask for advice. And that's just kind of covering everything. Life in general can get tough. So make sure you're asking for advice. There's other people who've been through it. So
I'll tell you, when I started, or was starting, 2 people helped me dramatically to get the things to start, to even paint my first bait. Bubba's Custom Lures and S&J, Shane.
Yeah.
They both helped me, and probably either one of them could tell you when I started, I was all over the place and rushing. So that was a lesson I had to learn, is to slow down.
You're in a hurry to make it look good.
And in a hurry to make something happen.
Yep. It takes time. It all of us painters do it. We got into painting because I seen what Bubba was creating, or Rainbow, or John Ward, or all these great painters. We seen what they were creating, and we thought, I want to do that. Well, when you pick up the airbrush for the first time, you're not Michelangelo. It takes some time. You got to slow down and have the patience with it. So,
well, some people might take off running, but it sure ain't my slow brain.
They do, and I could name a few of those too. But
Ollie,
that's one. They, and there's other painters that take off really fast, but they come from a background of crafting and painting, and just because they weren't making baits doesn't mean they don't know how to mix colors and paint things and use watercolors and do all this other stuff. So some people do catch on quicker than others, and some of us, like myself, don't come from an art background at all. We just thought it was really neat to make your own lure, and that's what I wanted to do. And I learn more every day, and I may not be the best at it, but I keep after it. So eventually I'll hopefully be putting out some good baits. So
that we all got to keep working.
That we do.
They're stepping the game up right now. There's some good stuff out there.
On that note, who wants to ask Swamp a question?
Oh, Lord.
Let's open the chat. Now, guys, I want you to know before you start putting those questions in the chat, because I know you're typing right now, if I don't get to your question, retype it. I've only got so much room to look at the chat, and these questions come in fast. Favorite niece in Oklahoma. What color do you wish existed that you can't find in stores? Favorite niece in Oklahoma, and what color do you wish existed that you can't find in stores?
Oh yeah, I'm Uncle Bradley. You don't know that one. Yeah. I don't. Is there a color they don't make?
I don't know. Well, we mix colors all the time to come up with, slightly different tints and things like that. But
you trying to see my tattoo? This backwards son of a gun.
Never give up. That's right.
The hardest pattern you've mastered. I don't know that I've mastered any yet, but there is. Getting that natural shad scale pattern is ridiculously hard.
It is hard. You can get close. People do a great job.
Yep.
And those baits, to be honest with you, they are gone. But a shad is unique.
That's got to be Brian on Rebecca's account. Has to be.
Yeah, probably. Miss Chipper wants to know, what's your favorite colors?
My favorite colors? Oh, good gosh almighty. I mean, do I have a favorite color? Everybody said I've went to blue lately. My favorite colors are like, what is that? Lime green and some kind of red.
Lime green's a great color.
Yep. And Bubba's pink line.
And Bubba's pink line. Road Cone says, I need my money for my road company that you have. I don't follow that one. Now I get it.
Will it show it? I don't know if I can get it. I can't get the light to show the Mafia. There it is.
There's the Mafia. Rebecca Brasher says, hardest pattern you've mastered, and you got the tattoo on your arm. What's the hardest pattern you've mastered?
I ain't mastered any.
That's what you said. Yep. Pink. Got it. What is your least favorite bait to paint and why?
Ball. S crank. Nope. No, I don't like topwater baits. Spooks, stuff like that. There's just, Brasher, it's S crank, but I don't like spooks.
Okay.
Not really a fan of jerk baits because there's just not enough room to put a lot of detail into it.
No, I'd have to agree. A jerkbait's pretty thin on the sides as well as the top. It's kind of a pencil-y bait, but
yeah, just plain.
Uncle Tom asks, what's your favorite blank? I think we kind of covered that a little bit, but you can go ahead with that again.
So far, I like the 1.5 medium diver. That's one of my more favorite ones.
And without looking at the chat, who's your favorite jig tire?
Anybody but Jigs on Wheels.
What do you wish you knew before starting? Like patience?
No, cost.
Cost.
Moment.
That cost will get you every time.
Yeah, I'm at the mute. I think the girls home. These dogs are gonna pitch a fit.
In case y'all don't know, Rooster has a few dogs and they like to let him know when anybody is there. And it does get quite loud. He's got one that sounds like it's howling at the moon. So we will get back to some more of these questions. I'm trying to get them all in there. Swamp Witch says, my boy.
I fixed it.
There you go.
Let them outside. All right, what was the next one?
Let's see. They're coming in fast. Let me get back up here. What's one bait you won't paint? And you said the S crank.
Yeah, I don't. No.
Who's your favorite number one guy?
Who asked that?
Bubba.
Bubba is my favorite.
All right, now I got back to the top. I'm trying to get through them here, guys. What's the one blank you want to paint you haven't yet?
Hopefully it's coming soon. It's going to be a Gaston.
It's going to be a Gaston.
Yep.
Strouds. What's a piece of advice you give somebody just starting out? We did go over that in the beginning, but if you want to answer him.
What was it again?
What's a piece of advice you'd give somebody just starting out? And you said, oh, that's the one you said you wish you knew the cost.
Yep.
Good advice is just slow down.
You're good, Strouds.
Who's your favorite clear coder?
Oh no. Let's see. Who would that be? Some good clear coats out there.
Buddy, you better answer that one right.
My favorite clear coater. We all know the answer to that.
Yeah. Mama June.
Mama June.
Good questions, guys. Good questions.
I seen a good question right there. Where'd it go?
Did you?
If you could sit down and paint with one or several painters, who would it be and why? That's a tough question. I would like to sit down with everybody and literally learn different techniques from everybody. I really would.
Yeah.
Because everybody has their own specialty that they do, their own way. And to be able to learn all of them would be great.
I'll tell you what, if it actually happens one day, I have heard somebody talking about opening up a shop and having multiple stations to paint at and inviting people down to paint there. And if that ever does happen, that is something I 100% want to do. I would love to sit in a room with a lot of you guys and just paint some lures and then go fishing afterwards. That would just be.
It would be.
That'd be amazing. So.
If you could fish with anyone in the world, who would it be? Jacob Wheeler.
That's a good one.
Jacob Wheeler or Gerald Swindle?
That's what I was thinking. Gerald Swindle.
Yep. You're either going to go with the funniest or the best.
Yeah. Swamp Witch says Jordan Lee.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think
she get to meet Jordan Lee. Did you guys get to meet him?
I think she walked around with her tongue hanging down to her toes when he was around. I thought Basket was going to have to give me a ride home.
Steve Harvey. He's a big fisherman. Yep. You're right. G-Man's a hoot. G-Man's awesome. He's actually just recovering from his other knee surgery and he's ready to go, hopefully. So,
you ever watch him on any of these little personal podcasts that Slick Johnson has?
No, I haven't.
Some of your opinion of G-Man will change if you watch it.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy out and about, but when he gets real technical, I'm not.
Direct guy.
I'm not fond of some of the stuff he says.
Yeah, yeah.
But as far as a fisherman, yeah,
yeah. Well, everybody's got their opinions, and they all think they matter the most, and to them they do. And sometimes it's best to stay away from a lot of that stuff. But
yes, he does, Calvary.
Right, Ephraim? One day I want to fish with all of you and meet you all. Yep. Tommy Scarless, hands down if he was still with us. Yeah, I think KVD could show you some stuff out there too. I know that's kind of cliche, and he's well known throughout the bass fishing community. But if I have a chance to meet one, it's probably going to be KVD. He's always out here around Lake Erie fishing and stuff like that. So that'd be kind of cool for me.
I would like to know all of KVD's crankbait secrets. He's the crankbait king. You can't deny that. I'd like to know his secrets.
I don't think if he wrote them down in a notebook, somebody could pick them all up. That he is phenomenal with that thing.
Yep.
It's almost like he's got a camera on the eyeball of that thing, and he's watching the fish, so he knows exactly what they're going to do. There's sometimes he's burning that thing so fast you would think nothing's going to be interested in that, and that's when he's catching them the most.
He knows when and how to use one better than anybody I know.
And now he's teaching his, I believe it's his nephew, is getting big into fishing.
Jonathan Van Dam?
I believe, yeah.
He's been in for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while now, but
yep.
If there's anybody he's helping hone some skills, it's him.
Seen Trey McKinney take away his...
Is it fishing? Yes, it's still fishing. They're still throwing the lure in the water. They still have to get the fish to bite. But unlike conventional fishing, they know where every single fish is at. Once they find them on the scope, they can sit there and do what they want. Is it cheating? Is it this? Is it that? I don't believe it's cheating. You still got to be a fisherman, but
I don't think it's cheating, but I do think there's a lot of the new fishermen. That's how they growed up. The younger fishermen.
yes.
If you was to take it away and put them in a big bass lake, they'd get their feelings hurt by some of the older fishermen who really know how to fish.
Well, and I mean, you can take that into quite a few contexts, good example is bank to boat fishing. You could be a phenomenal bank fisherman. As myself, I was a bank fisherman most of my life. And I did well on the bank. My PB came from fishing on the bank. But you put me in the boat and it's different. You're fishing the same water with the same baits, and it's a different style of fishing. So I guess I'm kind of mixing that together with the fact that just because you know how to fish one way doesn't mean we can't take something away from you or put you somewhere else and really trip you up. So I agree with that.
Well, I've heard one thing said about forward-facing sonar is that if you use it, you're not fishing on memory.
No.
A lot of people are bad too. You've probably done it. I've done it. Oh, I caught a 5-pounder over there 2 years ago. Let's go fish that.
Yeah.
More likely that sucker's nowhere near, even if still alive. But
Correct.
forward-facing sonar, all it's doing is saving you cast in water where there's no fish.
Yeah.
So every time you throw, you're throwing where the fish are at, not where you think they're at.
It's true.
So that's the biggest saver to me. Other than that, you still got to throw the right bait and make them bite.
That's right. Well, I think we're at that part of the show. What do you think? You ready for some giveaways?
I don't care, whatever you want to do. Is this when I get up and moon everybody, or do I need
No.
to okay.
No.
Okay, I'm just checking.
No.
I didn't want to disappoint Lauren. I'm just checking.
That will not be happening again. Appreciate it. Thank you. This is the part where we do some giveaways. Hopefully you stuck around long enough. I see we got 54 people in here, 181K on the likes. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for all the likes. Appreciate absolutely each and every one of you for coming in here. I have been going through and shouting everybody out, but I'm just going to say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you guys coming in, showing your support to Swamprooster and showing your support to the podcast. I greatly appreciate it. I can't tell you enough. So we are going to get to the giveaways. No, moon us. No. Here you go. There's the moon.
You know I wouldn't do that to you.
I know you wouldn't. So we will do. Let's go with Pretty Lures first. So I am going to bring up Bubba, and we're going to let him spin the wheel. I'm trying to do it a little more different, and give you guys a little more visual when we're doing this. So we do have 55 people in here. If you look at the top right-hand corner of your screen, you will see there are 54 people in here as people bounce through, just checking in. So let me find Mr. Bubba here. There he is, right at the top. Let's add him as a guest. How's it going, Bubba?
Good evening, all.
Hi, Bubbles.
What's up?
Love you,
We
Bubbles.
got 54.
We're going to do this for the Pretty Lures giveaway. This will be the $25 gift code to use over at Pretty Lures. If you are a bait maker, you can buy any blanks that you would like. If you're not, Barrett Baits is going to paint you a lure. 54 people, hit it.
I'm in here. I want to win that.
Yell out the number when it pops up for me.
I don't have to yell. It's right there. Number 1.
Number 1, it's Bubba's Custom Lures.
Rigged.
We're gonna redo that.
Respin. Didn't you pick up on it last week?
No, a couple weeks ago. All right, we still got we got 53 in here now. See, look, I'm number 1, even in the thing.
Hang on, guys. We are going to respin it here.
So now there's 54 again. What's the number say? 53 now.
54.
Mine says 53. All right, 54.
55.
What?
Yeah, it's going up. 56.
All right, 56.
Yep.
Come on now.
That's what we're going to spin at.
It's spinning.
57.
Oh, sorry.
58. Keep rolling.
2.
Number 2, Miss Chipper Baits.
Miss Chipper.
Miss Chipper, you win the Pretty Lures giveaway. That's a $25 gift code over to Pretty Lures. Miss Chipper, congratulations. She wins the Pretty Lures giveaway. So, Swamp has a giveaway that he'd like to do, and I am going to move him over. I'm going to shrink myself down, if I can remember how.
It's okay. You can leave it where it's at.
All right. You got some things you'd like to show, and we're going to do a giveaway from him.
No, I changed it.
Okay.
Changed it. I'm thinking I'm going to do a Tiny Clash. Oh my gosh, what's up with these lights and this backwards crap?
It is backwards. Yep.
Can I get some light on that? Where do you get it? I need to get a dark background or something.
There.
You can't see the darn thing.
Nope. It does just look white.
Let's try something more.
60 people in here. 193K.
Did that help?
That helped a lot. Tip it toward the camera. We can see the top of it. Right there.
I don't know if this light will help or not. Let's try this one. Nope.
Woo! Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm going to do the Tiny Clash.
He is going to do the Tiny Clash for the giveaway. We have 59. Go for it, Bubba. Who is it going to be?
Switch it. It was 60 and it just went to 59.
60 again.
He's so mad at me right now.
No, that's good. We're going at 59 and we're spinning.
Yep, spinner.
We're spinning.
Who's going to be the winner of the giveaway of the Tiny Clash from Swamprooster?
Me. Oh,
31.
31. I'm going down. Let me find the number 31. Uncle Lou.
Uncle Lou.
Uncle Lou is the winner.
Uncle Lou, send me a message. Send me your shipping info, and I'll get it out to you.
Congratulations, Uncle Lou. If you're not following Swamprooster, make sure you're following Swamprooster. Everybody in here, double check. Make sure you're following Swamprooster. While you're at it, give Bubba's Custom Lures a follow.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, Uncle Lou. Congratulations, Miss Chipper. I know Miss Chipper is actually, maybe I shouldn't say it, but she's at work right now. She makes sure and try and tune in. If you guys missed the episode with Miss Chipper on it, it is on my YouTube. Go to the Podcast 2025, all one word. Send me a subscribe. Go watch the videos. You can see them all. Congratulations to all the winners. Northwater says, Bear, got a package from you today. What do you guys think? I think that was an amazing show. We just hit the 200K mark.
Nice. Good job, guys.
Nice. Great job. We got a lot of shares that went out. We got a lot of likes that came in. We got a lot of gifts going on. Guys, we appreciate this so much. We're going to keep running the podcast. We're going to keep doing it every Tuesday at 7 Eastern right here. I am not going to keep this too extended tonight. What I am going to do is let Swamprooster take over. So when this live ends, make sure and go over to Swamprooster's page. We're going to call it the after party. Swamp's going to be over there. You can keep asking him the questions and annoy him really good for me.
Absolutely. Live and in person.
You never know, a painting session might get started. I know these guys usually get together and paint quite often.
You never know.
Swamprooster, I want to tell you thank you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for doing the interview.
Yes, sir.
Bubba, thank you for coming up and helping me out. As always, I have to thank my moderators. I got TRS as a moderator. I have Sage's Creations as a moderator. I have Bubba as a moderator. And I do have a few others. I try and remember everybody every time, but sometimes I just can't get to everybody. Great podcast. Thank you, Bear. Santi, send me a PM. I'll show you a few things. Yeah, if anybody's looking for some help on whatever it may be, looking for baits, looking for blanks, paints, something somebody's using, something somebody's doing, don't be afraid to reach out to these guys. Reach out to any of them. If you reach out to somebody and they're not a custom bait maker, they're going to get you in touch with somebody who is. There's a lot of us out there. If you think there's, 100 or so custom bait makers, you are sorely mistaken. There are thousands of us on TikTok. There are, I couldn't tell you how many between TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. There's a lot of guys out there. We even have some guys that are getting started into carving wooden lures. So some people carve wooden lures and they're looking to resell and send them out to you to custom paint. You have other people who are doing it just for the fun. I know Bass Junkie is someone who's doing it just for fun, and he's doing a great job at it. So don't forget, guys, before everybody takes off next week, Next Tuesday, 7 Eastern, I need you to be here. We are going to have on Little River Lure Lady. If you don't know who this is, go send her a follow. You can find her right here on TikTok. Amazing painter. She is well known throughout many communities, but we're going to get her even more well known right here. This will be the first time she has ever done any type of an interview, and I know this might be Swamprooster's first time too.
Yeah.
She has been popping into the lives once in a while, and I think she's done a little painting on the live, and she gave me a little hint. Maybe she'll have a giveaway for you guys. But we're going to have her on here next week. That's next Tuesday, 7 Eastern. Little River Lure Lady. So
That'll be a good one.
it should be great. And I'll be honest with you, I do not know a whole lot about her background. A lot of people that I have been talking to, I know a little bit about, but I honestly don't know much about her besides she is a great painter. I followed her on TikTok and I've been watching her stuff, and she just does some amazing work. I'm not sure if she is going to get on, if TRS is still in here, maybe she can tell me if she's going to get in on the all ladies auction. I know she finds herself very busy with custom work. So we tried to get her in a couple auctions with us and it just hasn't worked out yet. So,
Yeah.
Miss
I think she does a lot of higher end swim baits.
She does, and I could be mistaken, but I think she does a lot of repaints too. So
Yeah.
she takes a lot of those baits and she scuffs them up, works them down, and redoes them for you. And great painter. She does a lot of resin repaints and customs. Yep. See, JM knows her. If you don't know her, go give her a follow. You won't be disappointed.
I look better than you, Ephraim.
Once again, thank you so much, Swamprooster. Anybody who's up here, we got 41 people up in here. Let's all go over to Swamprooster's live. Usually I open up the boxes and I let everybody up in here. And I do apologize, but I do have to get up about 2 o'clock in the morning. So I am going to end this live, and we're all going to go over to Swamprooster's page. Swamprooster, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Corey. Appreciate everything you do, buddy.
All right. Have a good night, guys. I'm going to go over there for just a second and see how many of you actually show up.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
That's the end of the podcast.